Hey everybody, it's Holly from Cape Cod Creatures, and I am here with a quick tarot tag challenge. This one is brought to us by Christine and Celeste. It's the hashtag Tarotfirstlastalways. So hopefully we're going to keep this video really short. Way shorter than my other videos anyway, because I have a tendency to ramble. So let's jump right in. And the first question is, what was your first tarot deck? And my first tarot deck was one of those, those little mini kits that you can get up by the register at bookstores way back in the day. I'm sure somebody picked, like, it was gifted to me. It was like mini tarot kit, and I don't know, it didn't stick, it didn't stay, I didn't like it. I just wasn't interested, so that wound up, I'm sure, like, I was probably like 14, 15, 16, like somewhere in there. So when my room got one of its purgings, as teenagers' rooms often do, that probably wound up going the way of all things. But the first deck that I bought as an adult is the Revelations Tarot, and it is a fantastic deck. This is the card that totally made, like, the, yeah, you need to be doing this decision for me. It was the Moon card. So I have a walkthrough of this deck. I have a video of it, so we'll make this like nice and short and sweet. The art style is very, it's very unique. It's almost got like a stained glass, but watery, prisma-ish, color blocky feeling to it. The cards can be read right side up or upside down. For example, the Six of Swords. Right side up, you've got like your more traditional moving out of a problem and towards the future, and you're a little bit sad. And then here you've got somebody who keeps looking back towards the past and is kind of stuck in it and isn't really going anywhere, and is having trouble moving away, and the water is a little more turbulent. So this is a great deck, especially if you want to learn to read reversals. It's a great deck if you're just learning to read tarot anyway. The imagery is just, it's like it's all right there. And I've got it mostly upside down. See, that's the other good thing about the deck, like whether the image is right side up or upside down, you're covered. It also comes with an amazing guidebook, but again, I'm not going to go through it here, but it's got some great insights into the cards. It's got some keywords. It's got some symbolism and stuff in here. It goes into detail about what the artist was thinking when he was creating the images, and a lot of the meanings carry over to regular Rider-Waite tarot. So this is, even just for the book, this is a fantastic set. Put out by Llewellyn. This cardstock is actually pretty decent, but I did buy this tarot deck at least half a decade ago now, so who knows what they're doing now. I've been discovering the sad way that their cardstock is going to hell in a handbasket, but for lack of a better term. But don't let cardstock let you not get that deck. It's a great one. Okay, so my last tarot purchase was technically a deck I backed on Kickstarter, but since the Kickstarter hasn't ended and it hasn't funded, and I have not received the deck, we're not going to count it. Instead, the last ones that I received in the mail, well, the first deck isn't really a tarot deck. They call it the Rebel deck, and it's tarot for a modern age, or a tarot with attitude, rather. It's a fantastic deck. It's called, like I said, it's the Rebel deck. It's an oracle. It's 50 some odd cards. Each one is kind of, they've got a front to the card. And then, actually, I really like this one. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. And then on the back, thoughts can be sneaky lying bastards. It doesn't pull any punches. It uses, there is some profanity in the deck, obviously, but it's super fun. It's kind of like a funny, this deck is an insult comic. This is, if Bianca Del Rio were to create a tarot deck, this would be it. And I kind of wish she did, actually. This is one of my favorite cards. You're giving too many fucks. Stop obsessing. And really, you're only meant, and it's got some posy ones too, like you are loved. Some good shit's about to happen. So it's got a nice mix of negative and positive in here. and you close your eyes, you shuffle, you draw a card, and like that's your card for the day. So for example, I'm not gonna look, we're gonna do a little hand over hand. I'm just gonna draw right off the top. It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing, so get your head out of your ass pronto. I don't know what this is referring to today. Maybe that is yet to come, but I will keep that in mind today if I find myself being a person with my head up my butt. So, you know, it's like it's good, quick advice, and it's kind of funny and quirky. And it's also in indie publishing. You can get it on rebeldeck.com or Etsy. And it's a bunch of really cool, rad ladies. Their Instagram is really fun to follow. I'm going to post a link to their website down below, so if you feel like you need it, you can have it. Oh, also, it doesn't come in a box. It comes in a fishnet bag because rock and roll. Okay, so, and the tarot deck that I got recently, this is a real tarot deck, not an oracle. That's the Sosore Bido Tarot by Stasia Burrington. This is a beautiful deck. I will do a walkthrough for this. I haven't done it yet, but it's fantastic. It's kind of Asian inspired images, but she's got a very distinct art style. The man and woman representations in the deck are very balanced. There is a little bit of mild nudity in there, so boobs. But you know, it's nothing gratuitous. But I find the images to be just fantastic. Oh, and they're all really, everything is like very fully realized. Look at that hermit, it's beautiful. None of the images, especially in the pip cards, feels like an afterthought. And the card that made me be like, yeah, I need to get this deck is, where are we? Right there. It's Judgment, and it is a woman, you know, inside of a cocoon of blankets, just kind of deciding whether or not she wants to leave the cocoon or not, and she's kind of judging the world. And I don't know, this is a good one for me. This one is kind of like, it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to take the next steps and listen to your inner voice and like get out there and go. But for example, here is the Four of Cups. Let's see. The Four of Pentacles. I keep flipping to the fours for whatever reason. The Two of Swords. So some of the images are evocative of Rider-Waite. Oh, the Ten of Wands. I really like that. It reminds me a little bit of the Ten of Swords from the traditional Rider-Waite, but this is a little more burdensome to me than somebody carrying a bundle of sticks. Like, the weight of the world is on his head, neck, and shoulders, and this is a little more burdeny to me. But it's a great little deck. Oh, it's gilded, which is fantastic. It is laminated, which I don't know how I feel about. I kind of wish it was like the I kind of wish it was more of a satiny finish, but other than that, that's like my only complaint about this deck so far. So I will do a walkthrough for this, and it comes with an amazing guidebook with a couple of other really adorable things in there. And again, I'll cover that in a walkthrough. So that would be my most recently received tarot purchase. And then my Always deck, Always. After all these years, Always. Oh my goodness, I miss Severus Snape so much. Alan Rickman, taken too soon. We were robbed. Okay, so turn to page 394, and my go-to deck is the Wild Unknown, and that should really surprise nobody. That's been everybody's most favorite deck so far as go-to decks. But I really love the way it reads. It is a people-less deck, which I appreciate. The images, while evocative of Rider-Waite, have kind of a feeling or a sentiment of their own, and they're left a little more to interpretation, which I enjoy. The other thing that I like about this deck is that it feels a little more grounded and a little more relatable for me to Rider-Waite. The stock is just fantastic. It's got this awesome satiny finish, and it shuffles like a dream. This is the mass market edition, the 3rd edition. and I have the other two editions for collecting and for my tarot space on my bureau, but it's a great deck. And yeah, just, oh, this is how the deck refers to me. I just pulled this one right off the top, Daughter of Swords. But it's a great deck. It's got its own personality. I just absolutely love it so much. But anywho, those are my Tarot First, Last, and Always. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Just put your comments right in the comment section below. And otherwise, have fun. I look forward to seeing everybody else's responses as we take this tarot journey together. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.